and steadily for 8 hours, which improves nutrient utilization. To make the best vitamin C, we make it ourselves. Nutrilite Vitamin C.
Hello, hello. Okay, good evening, everyone. So while waiting, I think gradually many participants coming in. So while waiting for that, probably I'll just start off with introduce myself. I'm Chin Chin today. Today is your host for tonight's actually sharing. So today we actually want to thank our Diamond Advintan and Janet for giving us this opportunity to do sharing together. Yeah. So slowly while waiting for others to come in, maybe I will share the last call for this month, August month promotion. Let me share my screen today. Okay, you all can see, right? Okay, let me move this up here. Okay. And I move down here. Okay, so for the last call for the promotion, August month promotion. So we have another 2 days. But for Malaysia, I think we have to, tomorrow is a public holiday. It is our national day. So tomorrow there will be no walk-in, but we can actually order online. So for the last call for Malaysia, the promotion. So we have this new limited edition bundle, the Bodykey Startup Pack. Consists of the soy protein drink and two Bodykey with 3 variants, berry, chocolate, and latte. You can choose any 2 flavors. And also 1 green tea plus Nutrilite green tea and 1 CB plus. So these are the Body Startup Pack. This is very limited edition bundle with a very special price at 694 ringgit and 50 cents. Okay, and then we move on to, okay, with that startup pack also, if let's say you, for this month, if let's say you buy this startup pack, you can actually have the purchase to get a standard steel shaker limited edition at 38 ringgit. This is worth 80 ringgit, this shaker, standard steel shaker. And we move on to, okay, Bodykey Jumpstart Kit. When you buy a Bodykey Jumpstart Kit, so you can actually, you have 2 purchase for this month. First, the lower tier, which you can actually buy a 2-liter water bottle with a very eye-catching color water bottle at 25 ringgit. Also, you can also choose for another higher tier purchase, the in-body dial at 600 ringgit special price, which this in-body dial actually was 1,500 ringgit. Okay, so the last call, yeah, this is the last call for any Atmosphere Sky or any Atmosphere Mini trade-in. So for Atmosphere Sky, if let's say you have the used or old Atmosphere air purifier Gen 1 and Gen 2, you can actually get the rebate 900 ringgit for the trade-in program. And if let's say you use the Atmosphere Treatment System ATS, the first generation, you can actually get a rebate 600 ringgit to do the trade-in. Or if let's say you have the X brands worth 1,000 ringgit and above, you can get a rebate of 300 ringgit to do the trade-in for Atmosphere Sky. For in terms of Atmosphere Mini, you can have used Atmosphere air purifier to get a rebate 450, or you can actually use atmosphere treatment system ATS, get 300 ringgit rebate, and X brand worth 1,000 ringgit and above to get a rebate of 150 ringgit to trade in Atmosphere Mini. And this is the artistry for the lipsticks. So there are four lovely colors of semi matte color lipsticks. I personally like the bean color, quite a nude color. So you can, when you buy any two of these artistry color lipstick, you can get a gift with purchase artistry travel lip brushes. So we can actually choose three colors, three lovely colors: black, the classic black, the blue, and then the baby blue color, and then the pink color. Okay, only until 31st August, 2 more days to go, last call. So in addition to artistry, and artistry also has with purchase of 400 ringgit worth of products, you can get a purchase with purchase artistry salvia bracelet at 18 ringgit 80 cent, and it is worth of 199 ringgit, this bracelet. Yeah, so only until these 2 days, last call. And yes, the mooncake, the hot selling mooncake, and for this time the mooncake actually Emma has actually made a very wonderful combination of blend with to infuse the protein in the mooncake itself. So we had the first variant, which is the white lotus, which is a best selling. So that's why they have it again, a limited edition also. So the white lotus pack, and we have also the 4 prosperity pack, which consists of 4 different flavor, comprises of the espresso chocolate delight, which actually infused with the Nutrilite soy protein chocolate, and we have the green tea delight infused with the Nutrilite soy protein green tea, and we have the pandan mixed berry delight infused with the soy protein mixed berry, and also we have the taro delight infused with Nutrilite soy protein itself. So the 4 different flavor in the 4 prosperity pack. So if there's a promotion for this month until 10th of September, while stock last basis, as we know, in Malaysia, the mooncake actually is very hot selling. It normally will actually sold out actually before the promotion date. So buy any 2 boxes until 10th of September. So it's like 2 more weeks, 3 more weeks to go. You can actually get a purchase double blessing bag, which comprises of 1 piece of sesame single yolk and 1 piece of red bean delight with only 16 ringgit. Yeah, so this one exquisite mooncake in 2 detectable flavors. So purchase with 16 ringgit when you buy 2 boxes of celebration mooncakes. Okay, we have Atomy buy now and pay later program in this month until August only. So entitled for the Nutrilite Gut Sidor, you can actually use this Atomy easy payment, 3 easy payments with 0 interest. And also we have Artistry Glow and Protect set, also entitled for this Atomy program. We have also the eSpring cartridge, also with Nutrilite Beautiful Inside Out, with the collagen drink and also the blooming sleeping mask, and Nutrilite Foundation Trio with the protein, omega, and also the double X, also with the Artistry Intensive Skincare 14-night reset program. So these are the products or set under the Atomy Buy Now Pay Later program. And we come to Singapore. Okay, let's come to Singapore promotion. Let me move this up. Okay, so for Singapore, we have extended promotion until 31st August. So we have this atmosphere filter special PWP. When you buy the filter, HEPA filter and order filter, either is the atmosphere or atmosphere sky, you can purchase the Happy Call wooded knife and scissors 5 pieces set at only $8. Okay, when you purchase the HEPA filter and order filter, yeah, both normal HEPA filter or both HEPA sky. Okay, and then you also can get when you buy only, if let's say you opt to buy only HEPA filter, without the oil filter, you can actually purchase this knife and scissor 5-piece set also at $20. And in case that you buy only odor filter and also the Atmosphere Mini 3-in-1 filter, you can actually get this knife and scissor 5-piece set at $25. This is another for 2 days. Last call to get it, to grab it soon. If I say you have already think for long to buy it. And we have this trading promotion for Singapore extended until 31st August as well. So we have this trading promotion for Atmosphere Sky. For X brand, you can get bonus for $300. And also, if let's say you trade in Atmosphere for Sky, you can get bonus of $500. And for Mini, if let's say you want to do the trading for the Mini, you can actually get the X brand for Mini with a bonus of $150. And if let's say you want to trade in Atmosphere itself for the Mini, you can actually get the bonus of $250. Okay, for eSpring itself, you can actually trade in the current unit for eSpring. You can actually get the trading bonus at $300. So just get back to your friend who invited you here to get to know more how's the trade-in process now, and only for these 2 days. And of course, we have also the mooncake promotion. Same with Malaysia, we have the Prosperity Pack and also the White Lotus Pack. Whenever you purchase 2 boxes of the mooncakes, you will get to entitled for the purchase with purchase double blessing, which are the Black Sesame and also the Red Beet Delight, with only to purchase it with only at $6. So this is until while stock last basis, yeah. Also very fast. This is fast moving. And we have this special promotion, Neutralite Immunity Pack, buy one free one, which is 50% savings, yeah. So this is buy one and get one extra free. Okay, this is expiry date. The expiry date for this immunity pack is until 16 October 2022. Okay, grab it if I say you want it, if I say you consume it fast. Okay, for artistry itself, okay, we have promotion also with every $250 spent on artistry product in a single receipt, you can actually get to buy a set of necklace and earring worth $100 at only $12. Okay, with only $250 spent for artistry products. Okay, we have also this artistry promotion, PWP, to purchase the Dermasonic set. Okay, the Dermasonic set. So you can actually purchase the artistry skin nutrition firming solution, or choose to buy the renewing solution all in a set, 3-step set. So renewing solution 3-step set, or you buy the skin serum bundles. You can actually opt to purchase the Dermasonic set with only $160. And in Singapore, for those sponsors who actually sponsor minimum 3 new ABOs from April until 31st August, so the last call, the 2-day last call, you will get a $20 e-coupon for every new ABO. Minimum, you got to actually sign up for 3 new ABOs. And for those who actually sign up in 2021, last year, you can actually get a free renewal in 2022. Either it's ABOs or ABCs, who sign up in 2021 last year. Yeah, and any for Singapore, you have this actually lucky shop and win lucky draw. To spend minimum $100 in a single receipt, the more you spend, the more you can actually entitled to win. So this actually program, this shop and win program, will last until 18th September. It's ongoing now. So spend more and then win more. Okay, let's come to Indonesian promotion. So for Indonesian promotion, with every purchase of 1.2 million rupiah, you can actually get to buy a very special price, at a very, very special price on this product. You can choose choose the product with a very, very special price. Some of it actually even at 50% off, 50%, 50% off. And we have this mooncake also in Indonesia. So Indonesia actually got to buy it at advance order, and then very special price. And then I think the current one, the advance order has been placed. The end date is on 15 August. I think now is a redemption to go in and collect the mooncake at a specific counter. So if let's say you go to buy now, it will be at the regular price without the promotion. Yeah. So okay. So for Eastspring, Eastspring also have promotion for Indonesia team. When you buy 1 unit of Eastspring, you get to buy, you get a free Neutralite protein powder. Yeah. And for all the high ticket items, the Atmosphere or Eastspring or the Queen Cookware, Amway Queen Cook 7-ply wok, 7-ply wok 30 cm. You have this actually easy payment plan with 0 interest. Yeah, for Indonesian market. And for Artistry, we have this promotion as well. Or whenever you buy Artistry napkin, personal care or home Amway home care product worth of 1.3 million rupiah, you can actually entitled to purchase a hair straightener at 275,000 rupiah only. Okay, so grab it fast. Last until 31st August tomorrow, which is tomorrow. Okay, so team, that's the end sharing, the last call for another 2 days for August promotion. So today, we have 2 awesome speakers. First one will be sharing on product sharing, and the second one, Darryl, will be sharing on a very awesome book sharing later on. So the first speaker, we shall invite Vinod. So Vinod, as a brief introduction, he is an educator by profession, concurrently building this Amway business. After his perspective on this business changed after he met his business coach. So let us welcome Vinod with 888 and flowers for his product sharing to us for today. Vinod, I hand over this session to you now.
Okay, thank you, Chin, for the wonderful introduction. Yeah, it's first of all, it's my absolute privilege to share about products on this platform. So, firstly, I would like to thank Diamonds, Edwin and Janet for the opportunity to share. Next, I would like to thank my business coach and mentor William for also giving me this opportunity to be part of this platform to share my experiences with this product, right? So as you all know, by profession, I'm an educator. I work with young kids all the time, and if you guys are familiar with the recent news, right? In Singapore, they have now recently lifted the mask mandate, and we can literally be maskless everywhere in Singapore except for on the bus or public transport, right? That's quite simple, right? And the question you'll be wondering is, will I be breathing in what you call contaminated air, And that's really my overarching topic today, to share about a very important product that the host mentioned just now. And guess what? The promotion for this product is only 1 more day. So I hope I can convince and turn over some of our new people here to actually be more interested or even purchase this product, right? So hopefully I do that job for you, right? So if you're wondering what product I'm talking about, let that be a suspense till I share my slides. Okay. Let's go. Hold on. Okay. Okay, give me a moment, yeah? Okay. All right. Are you able to see my screen? Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, Vinod, Can see.
Can, okay, all right. So basically, okay, the problem right now is I can't see you guys. Okay, let me do this better. Okay, let me stop share. Let me share again. Oh, okay. I think I know what to do. Okay, all right, and share. All right. Are you able to see my screen now? Can?
Yes, clear.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. So the question I always like to ask whenever it comes to air is the first thing is I would like to ask if okay, I still can't see you. Okay, we do one last thing. Okay, all right. Before I share my slides again. Okay, give me a moment. Okay, all right. Share screen, and there you go. Okay, all right. Okay, right. So the question that I always ask myself is the air around me clean, right? And and truth be told, I know from experience, and I'm sure you all learn from science that if you are always standing beside a tree, okay, in the mornings, you know that the air just feels that much fresher, right? The air, the breathing the air near a tree in the mornings, early mornings, or even at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., the air seems fresher, right? So I'm sure you all know from science that trees do a wonderful job in purifying our air, right? So a little refresher, So trees, what they do is that with the help of sunlight, they they go through this process called photosynthesis, and they release oxygen gas, right? So this is all what we know, right? But the question is, do we really know how our air is clean, right? Of course, you'll be wondering, uh, you know, hey, I can smell the air, I know it's clean. Okay, that's one way. That's one way, right? But do you know that more than our air being clean, do you know that even if we feel that the air seems fresh, do you know that the air could be polluted? Right? Right? So the important thing is if you're able to smell something that is funky or that is not right, you know the air is dirty, right? It's not safe to breathe in. But that's only air particles that is 2 micron size, right? Sorry, 10 micron size. Okay? So but what about particles that are smaller than that? Well, we will not be able to detect it, right? Because our nose fibers and our respiratory system is such that anything more than 10 microns, we are able to smell it. But anything less than that, that's the trouble, right? That's number one, right? That's the first thing. And the second thing is that I'm not sure if you have heard of this PFAS, right? It's a long scientific term, but we have, more and more research has been done, and these things are basically called forever chemicals. And the reason why they're called forever chemicals is because they literally take hundreds or thousands of years to break down, and they are everywhere in our food, in the air we breathe, and the water we drink, right? So it is absolutely essential, right, that we really take stock with the with all these three things that we actually consume, right? And it is good news that every has a solution for all three of them. Food, of course, most important, air, water, and food, right? So these are three things that I would like to cover, but for a small short segment, I'm going to talk only about air, right? And did you know, right, that the air inside buildings, your homes, are actually 5 times more polluted than the air outside, right? Interesting, right? Did you know that? Okay. And did you also know that your beautiful paint in your house, although looking very stunning, looking giving you that refreshing feeling, right? That very paint is actually harmful to you, right? That stickiness in the paint actually what do you call gets all these uh, bad molecules of harmful substances all stuck to the wall. So because of that and many other reasons, the air inside our buildings is actually 5 times more polluted. And you know, when you go to work, close all the windows, right? So basically the air that is inside your home is actually very badly ventilated. And there's no new air coming in to actually clean the air inside the home. So when you enter your house after a long day of work, right, and there's no one at home, it's actually the worst kind of air you can breathe in. You know that? Well, I did not know that until I found out and researched about it. So it is absolutely essential, right? You have a system in place where you can actually clean the air in your home, right? Number one is to absolutely tell you if the air is dirty in your home or not, right? And that you need something, for that, you need an air purifier that is able to detect sizes of particles that are 2 microns and below, right? In order for you to identify if the air is really clean or is really dirty. Because our respiratory system can only detect particles that are 10 micron size and above, right? So, which is why I'm here. I would like to introduce our atmosphere sky system, okay, and our atmosphere sky air treatment system, basically, right? I would like to share the benefits of this product to you. Hopefully, to help you understand and appreciate the clean air that comes out from this system, and hopefully benefits you while you use the product, right? Okay, so I would like to just share 4 main features of this product before I share a demo video and also um, a personal showcase, right? In fact, I have my atmosphere beside me, and I would like to show you how simple and easy it is to use, right? Okay, so first things first, the atmosphere system, it is able to okay, right, so the atmosphere system, right, it is able to filters, right, 0.0024 microns, okay, and it's able to remove 99% of particles, all right, which includes all this, right? Okay, now why is this micron size important? Because the smaller the air filter is able to remove, the more harmful substances are removed, right? And more harmful substances that our nose can't detect is removed. Okay, so this is why these 2 things are very important. So when you go and look at air purifiers out there in the market, they will never say 99.99%. I've I've in my experience only seen 99.7, 99.8. And if you understand maths, every point degree percent makes a difference when you're talking about thousands and millions of particles in the air, right? So it makes a difference. And of course, the micron size, absolutely important, right? I've not seen a product that is able to showcase the kind of micron size removal that this air purifier can. Okay, so these 2 things I want you to remember: 99%, 99.99%, and 0.0024 microns. Okay, so that's number 1. Okay, I would like to move to the next slide. Okay, I would like to remove. Okay, I realize I can't remove my annotation. Okay, here. Okay, so how is this possible that it's able to remove 99.99% and up to 0.0024 micron size, right? So there is a 3-stage filtration, starting with a pre-filter, a HEPA filter, and a carbon filter. So basically what the pre-filter does is that it removes fibers and hair. And for today, I would actually like to show you personally, right, what it actually removes. All right, that's the pre-filter. The HEPA filter removes small particles, right? And of course, in this current day and age with this pandemic, right, we know that our system can remove bacteria, mold, and even viruses which are that much more smaller than bacteria, right? And fungi, of course, and asbestos, which is actually cancerous, right? And lastly, carbon filter, right, is able to remove all these things perfectly, okay? And so this is the filtration system that is found in atmosphere, right? So just to remember again, 99.99% up to 0.002 micron size, right? How does it do it? With a 3-stage air filtration system using the pre-filter, the HEPA filter, and the carbon filter. Okay, all right. Okay, next one. Okay, so you'll be wondering, such a system, will it take in a lot of power? Will it use a lot of power? Now with inflation going on, right? With the cost of gas going up, electricity going up, will this system use a lot of power? In actuality, right? This system doesn't use a lot of power at all. Okay, all right. In fact, it operates quite intelligently, and if you put at the right setting, it is able to optimize itself, and thereby using a lot lower power consumption than if you were to use a air conditioning unit, for example, to filter the air, or another X brand out there. Okay, right? So this is absolutely important. It removes what you call particles very effectively, and it does it by using a lot less power. Okay, right? So this is the first air purifier system that I know of that is able to table and give you a list of contaminants you can remove. Okay, in fact, this comes when you purchase the unit. This little booklet comes with the purchase, right? And it removes 300 contaminants, and it includes all these viruses and bacteria, the exact ones. It is written there very clearly. Okay, right? And what is also interesting about this is that this has a very high clean air delivery rate. Okay, and it is able to clean a 465 square feet size room. You'll be wondering how big this is. Well, this is the size of your living room. Okay, in fact, your living room is actually smaller than this size. Right? So this is an excellent unit to clean any room in the house. Okay, right? Okay, and it is able to be convenient. And what is more important, that we can actually use our smartphone to operate this. So remember I told you about a long day at work and you enter your home and you breathe in extremely polluted air. Well, in fact, when you're on your way home, you can actually use your phone, right, to turn on the system, put it on turbo mode, so you can clean the air. So as you enter the home, you're actually breathing in very clean and fresh air, thanks to the system, right? Previously, the previous unit, it wasn't possible, but with this unit, it's great because the system can be connected to your Wi-Fi, and thereby you can actually toggle using your phone with regards to the unit, right? And so you can see, right, very clearly. Later I'll show you the app on my phone, and I'll use my app to actually show you how this works. Okay, and what is the most important, right, is that products in the market, right, you seldom hear certification by third party and independent partners, right? So what these people do, a lot of companies, they make a lot of claims, right? They can do this, they can do that, they can do this, but it is absolutely important, right, for you to verify, because the company can say all you want, right? It is essential to the consumer to know that if the company really says, or the product really does what it says, right? And which is why Amway has these certifications, right? And these are all third-party certifications, not affiliated Amway whatsoever, and they actually tell the consumer out there that the product does what it states. Okay, right? And if you know what you call very clearly, this I think this will make more sense to you, right? This Energy Star absolutely tells you that despite being such a powerful unit, it is a very low power system that uses a lot less electricity than other units, by the way. Okay, so I do not want to bore you with more information. Okay, I actually have 2 videos to show you the effectiveness of this product. Okay, so I would like to share the video right now. Okay, so I would like to share the how effective this HEPA filter is and what it really means. Okay, here we go.
Atmosphere Sky Lab, Episode 1, HEPA Filter. In Atmosphere Sky, 9.6 meter of HEPA filter is concentrated in this small space. and is designed to filter particles as small as 0.0024 micrometers. Keeping in mind that ultrafine particles are measured starting at 2.5 micrometers, Sky can filter particles up to 1,000 times smaller than what we know as the so-called ultrafine particles. Let me make this easier. If this bulb here, which is 2 meters in diameter, is equivalent to 1 ultrafine particle, Atmosphere Sky will filter particles the size of a grain of rice, which is 2 millimeters in diameter. Can you see the difference? The HEPA filter in Atmosphere Sky, which has become 3 times more precise, will free you from concerns about the smallness of contaminants. Just with quality of air, your life can change. Atmosphere Sky.
Okay, so this is the first one, and this is the carbon filter, right?
Atmosphere Sky Lab, Episode 2, Odor Filter. The odor filter in Atmosphere Sky is made up of activated carbon particles that come from coconut husks. The surface of these activated carbon particles come into contact with various airborne molecules to reduce odor, so the surface area of these activated particles is crucial to Sky's performance. Then, how big is the surface area covered by Atmosphere Sky's odor filter? The amount of activated carbon in the filter is approximately 1,315 grams. The surface area of activated carbon per gram is 1,150 square meters, so the total surface area adds up to 1.5 million square meters. In terms of soccer fields measured at 105 by 70 meters, this is equal to the surface area of 205 soccer fields. Odor filter with such an impressive surface area is another secret behind the performance of Atmosphere Sky. Just with quality air, your life can change. Atmosphere Sky.
All right, so as you can see, how powerful these units are and what it can do, right? For your family and you, right? And if you don't have a unit like that, what the harmful substances in the air can do to you, right? And if you take that over a lifetime, right, you have to understand the kind of harm it can do to your body if you don't take steps, proactive steps to ensure that the air you breathe in is clean, right? Okay, so the last thing that I would like to share with you today is actually an actual demo of or actual experience I would like to show you on Zoom, right? To show you how good this is. Okay. Just give me a moment. Let me just turn off my virtual background. Okay. So I'm just going to put my atmosphere on my chair to show you how it is. Okay. Okay, so this is my unit. Okay, and I would like to show you the system. So right now, with green telling me that the air is kind of clean in my home, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this product, also from Amway, is a deodorant spray. I would like to spray around here, and I would like to show you the difference or the speed in which it detects harmful substances in the air, right? Ready? And go. Okay, so let's see how quickly this detects. And there you go. So the redness tells you that there is some substances in the air and I need to clean, right? So how do you know that the air is clean? Well, until it reaches green, you will just have to stay outside, until it turns green. Okay, and what it does is that it actually turns on the fan in turbo mode, right? Okay, hold on. Yeah, I just turned it in auto mode, right? So automatically you will turn the fan in the highest mode and it will start cleaning the air. Okay, so earlier when I turned on the unit as it was beside me, right, it was actually orange in color. So the air is actually quite dirty in my home, right? So as I was waiting for my turn to share today, right, the meter went to green and I know that the air beside me is clean. Okay, so it will take some time for the air to be totally clean, right? In fact, this turbo mode will be on until all that smell is gone. Okay, and the last thing or the second thing I'd like to show you is, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it off first, and I would like to show you my pre-filter that I have not cleaned in a while. Okay, to show you that despite how many times you clean your house, There will always be dust. Okay, and there you go. I'm not sure if you can see, right? So this is all dust. Okay, and this unit, you know, there's a female in the house because you will see all this hair here. I'm sorry, okay, there's nothing against females, but okay, but that's how powerful this machine is. It is able to even suck in your hair, right? I'm not saying this is a vacuum cleaner, but that's how good the system can be, right? Not just taking in, not just cleaning your air, but also removing other contaminants that is small enough and that can irritate you. Okay, and you can see how easily that I was able to fit in. But that's another feature that we don't really talk about. Okay, so I'm going to turn it on again, or more like turn it off. Okay, it's still cleaning, by the way. Okay, so I'm going to turn it off, and I'm actually going to use my phone. Okay, and use the app on my phone, which is here. Okay, which is my app here, and I'm going to use it to turn it on and turn it off to show you how easy this is if you are actually on your way back home. Okay, so right now it's off. Okay, as you can see, can you see that it's under standby mode, and it can actually say that the air is dirty, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it down. Okay, and I'm going to press the on button here. Okay, oops, I didn't press the on button. Okay, back. Okay, I'm going to press the on button now. There you go. Right? So imagine you're walking on your way back home and you would like to clean the air in your house. That's it. And in fact, on my phone, it tells me very clearly that the air is bad. Okay. So if I were to do that, what I'll do is I'll immediately turn to auto, and then it will start going on turbo mode. Okay. So this is how easy to use this unit. It is so easy that my 7-month-old son likes to play with this unit so much. Okay. Okay. All right. He gets the most excited when he's on turbo mode. All right. Okay. So as an excited child can be, right? He wants. Okay. In fact, if he's on turbo mode, I have to take him away from the room. Okay. That's how fun he has with this atmosphere unit, right? So apart from being an air purifier, it's actually an amazing toy for kids. Okay, they will have fun. It's so easy to use that you can actually, practice their tactile strength and all that with this unit, right? So overall, I hope, as I'm closing this session, I hope that I have shared with you the benefits of this product and most importantly, the need for this product. I know, all right, and to tell you the limited capacity of our body to actually sense clean air, right? And the need for an air purifier at home because the air in our home is that much more polluted than the air outside because of the lack of ventilation and things like paint being in our home, right? And I hope I have shared with you enough information for you to even take a look at this product, right? And as the host has mentioned, right, you have one more day for promotion, those in the Singapore market, right, to really go and absolutely enjoy the benefits of buying this product as well, right? So I hope what I've shared has benefited you. And with that, back to the host.
Thank you, Vinod, for such a hands-on experience sharing and a very simplified key points notes for setting the atmosphere for us. So the 0.0024 microns and 99.99 filtration. So that's the two key points to take away. So I think nothing in the market that beats that. With the HEPA filter, just now we not actually show the video and also the odor filter. Thank you for that great sharing. Let's give Vinod 111 and flower for all his great sharing. Thank you, Vinod, for your all awesome sharing.
My pleasure.
Right. So now we want to move on to the next speaker. So the next speaker, Darryl. So Darryl will share on a book, A Simple Act of Gratitude by John Craddock. So before that, I hand over this session to Darryl. Let me give you some brief introduction of Darryl. So Darryl graduated with a degree in business accounting, currently working passionately as a tutor to guide new generation of students to improve critical thinking. Wow, that's an awesome, very, very generous, hard job, yeah, to teach a new generation on critical thinking. So he has come over the years, Darryl has come on a holistic approach towards wellness. So from a person that who wasn't a sports inclined, he has come to a way to participating in various marathons, duathlons, triathlons, and now he has actually completed half Ironman as part of the team. So without further ado, let's welcome Darryl to give his sharing of today. Darryl, over to you now.
Yeah, thank you, Chin Ching. So can everybody hear me? If you can hear me, just give me a thumbs up or something. Great. Okay, good. So before I get off to my sharing, right, I would like to say that it's really an honor and privilege to be able to share today. So thank you, Diamond Edwin, for giving me the opportunity to share. Then I also like to extend this gratitude to William, who is my mentor, because without him, that honestly I wouldn't be here, or I wouldn't be where I am at. Okay, and so let me get this sharing started. So first things first, I always put this here, the disclaimer, okay, which is basically anything I'm going to be sharing will be solely based off what I have experienced and based off my and since it's based off my experiences, right? It will be different for the experience will be different for each and every one of you. So if whatever I'm saying is going to be different from what your mentor is telling you to do, please do check back with them. Okay. And so with this, let me start the sharing. Okay, so a little bit more about me, right? So I'm a tuition teacher, but this year itself, I changed jobs in a way. I upgraded from a tuition teacher to be an educator that solely teaches people mathematics. So what happens is, just like Vinod, right? I handle a wide variety of kids. I teach people from kindergarten all the way to kids from secondary school. So that's just something I'm doing at the moment. And yeah, so because I teach kids, right? And naturally, kids are different from us adults. So naturally, when I teach them, I tend to like to preface everything with pictures, because let's get real, kids, they don't like to read. Unless a select group of kids, but most kids don't like to read. In fact, they'll just stare at the thing and they'll just blank out. So naturally, I tend to try to make things interesting. So I also incorporated this into the current presentation. So that it's not as wordy as I would have done in the past. Okay, so the book that I will be sharing today is A Simple Act of Gratitude by John Kralik. And the one thing, right, that immediately resonated with me when I read this book is about passion, because John Kralik himself, he is a lawyer, or at least when he in the book he said that at the beginning he was a lawyer, and he had a lot of passion for defending people, such that his passion made it such that he was willing to cut the cost to charge his clients lesser, because he truly believed, right, that they deserve this service. In fact, he wanted to be a lawyer that doesn't injure his clients by charging exorbitant prices and thus making it such that they can't afford him. So but along the way, and okay, so like I when I read that, I found it's the same as me, because while I may not be a lawyer, but I too have a passion for teaching, because for me, my passion is when I teach kids. And when I go, especially like mathematics, when I teach them mathematics, because I recognize that a lot of students, or a lot of kids especially, they have difficulty like learning math, or for the matter, they have difficulty enjoying mathematics. And so when I teach them, right, something that they do not know, and then when I see this like spark of enlightenment, in their eyes, like when I guide them through, and suddenly like, that's how to do. That really brings me joy, in what I do. But just like John Kralik, we both face challenges, and we both face a lot of challenges. For John Kralik himself, he faced a challenge in that, because he was defending someone, that person countersued him. The person that he was not the person he was defending, the person he was defending against, right? So the person charged and sued him for malpractice. And just like, and for me, so I have my own challenges as a teacher. Even though I'm passionate about teaching the kids, the passion doesn't go both ways, because the kids themselves, they are not passionate about math, and they will naturally have, it's very difficult. Sometimes it's very challenging to teach kids. And sometimes when you do all these things for them, right? Sometimes you like I question myself sometimes. You say, am I really doing the right thing? Is there any way for me to, is this the way I want to teach my kids, like my students? Is it really the way? But even through all these challenges, at the end of the day, right, the most important thing is that we need to be grateful for this. Both in John Kralick's book, right, to summarize it nicely is, you need to be grateful for what you have, regardless of the challenges. And I too have a lot of gratitude, like even though the kids can be very difficult at times, but even then, the book says, right, you need to be grateful. And how do you be grateful in such a way? How do you express gratitude in your life? And John Kralick did this by saying, what are you thankful for? Like, are you thankful for, the current challenges you face? Are you thankful for your body, your family, your co-workers? He did this one step further. He made a thank you card, and he sent this thank you card to all sorts of different people. I mean, for me, it's very difficult for me to send thank you cards to my students, because due to the way I work, I see multiple students, I teach multiple students at one time. So I don't have time to go about writing like thank you notes, thank you cards for each of them. But whenever I talk to them, I'm always telling them, when I ask them to do their work, when they say that, okay, I'll do this, I'm saying, thank you, thank you for doing this. Because honestly, and this is something I'll cover, in like 2 slides later on. But why am I thankful for such a things? Okay, so one very important thing that I hope you get back today is size doesn't matter. What do I mean by size doesn't matter? I'm not talking about something physical. I'm talking about the size of the thing you are grateful for. Because ultimately, it can be something very small, it can be something very big. And also at the same time, the next thing I want to, extremely important, this ties to the next thing, is you do not take things for granted. At least for me, I found myself, before I read John Kralick's book, right, there were many things I took for granted. So, for example, just now I said, I told when my students are doing their work, right, and then they said, okay, I'll do this for you. Nowadays, I always make sure to thank them. There was one of my colleagues, you asked me, why are you thanking the kids? Because they are supposed to do it, right? Because they're supposed to do it. Why are you thanking them for something so obvious? And I'm like, the opposite is also true. They don't have to do it, because they're kids. Like their parents are the one paying. They are not obliged to do it. They do it because you ask them to do it. If they do it because I asked them to do it, wow, that's really very thankful. And this is the same thing that John Kralick faced, because for John Kralick himself, he wrote a thank you card, right, to people that owed him money. That so he said, like, I'm thankful for you, for paying on time. And so when I read that in the book, I was kind of curious at that point in time. I was like, why would you thank them, for paying? They're supposed to pay, right? Like, yeah, they're supposed to pay, but that's not true. I found out that's not true, because we take things for granted. We think, oh yeah, it's obvious, it's like I render service for you. It's obvious you pay me. No, it's not true. They can make things very difficult for you, such that they can owe you money and whatnot, and it can be such a mess. It can be such a hassle that we always take things, we might overlook it. Just because they pay on time, right? And like you can say, oh, I deserve it. No. What happens is we still need to thank them. We still need to be grateful for these very small things. And that's why I said the size doesn't matter, because ultimately at the end of the day, when you go out there, like for example, like for my kid, for the kids I handle also, another example, it's like there are certain, kids, there are many different kind of kids, right? So for my case, when I teach, because especially when I teach kindergarten students, they are a ball of energy. And when you tell them do something, they don't do it. They don't necessarily do it. They don't necessarily listen, because, they're kids. Then they're very young. Sometimes I wonder if I'm even, communicating with them. So sometimes, when they sit down quietly and when a difficult kid isn't difficult, I explicitly tell the kid, I'm very thankful that, today you are not so playful with me, you're not so challenging. I tell them up front. Nowadays I tell them, like, thank you for cooperating with us today, because I realize they don't have to. There's nothing set in stone, because everything can change on a dime. Sometimes they might not want to do things. Sometimes they might want to do things. But at the same time, we should always be thankful. And even then, I've also realized, I've come to the conclusion by myself, when I was handling them, which is, even if there are challenges, even if they are the cause for challenges, we still we still need to thank them. And for me, that's what John Kralik did. Even when he was facing challenges, even when his family was the one that was contributing to his challenges, right? And like we said, we take things for granted. You think, oh, it's our family, I don't need to thank them. No. From what John Kralik shared, his family situation was much worse than me, because his family situation was such that he was divorced once. His second marriage was also failing, and but compared to me, my family is together. And but yeah, at the same time, right, we still need to be thankful for them. We cannot overlook such things, and that's why I said, don't take things for granted. Always take everything with a form of gratitude. Always be thankful for it, right? So for me, what happened is, because I naturally don't have time, right, to do such a drastic change, like make a thank you card for each and everything I'm thankful for, and to personally give it to the person, because like I because for me, because of the place I'm working at, I never know when the student is coming back, because especially since the students that I'm teaching, they're also they belong to the international schools. So sometimes, right, they'll come like once a week. Sometimes they'll come once a month. I wouldn't know. And so, because it's so difficult to give the thank you card, right? What happened was, as I was reading the book, I chanced upon something which was called the 14-day gratitude challenge, in which I realized, hey, actually, it's something I can do, which will be similar, which will parallel what I can do by following what John Kralik did, which is thank you cards, which is ultimately, I felt, right, the book and the 14-day gratitude challenge, both the similarities in both of them is that they want you to build gratitude. And for me, I took this. I initially tried the 14-day. I initially tried the thank you card, and because I felt that it's not right for me to do it at this point in time, because it's of how busy I am, I decided to do the 14-day gratitude challenge instead, which was one. Day one, you commit to being gratitude, like, which is basically on the first day. I said, okay, I want to be more grateful in my life. I made that decision. I made a decision 2 months ago, because I was saying, okay, I want to be to help the kids that I'm teaching, but I want to be able to, at the same time, I don't want to come back as like very curt to them. I want to be grateful for them in the first place. So that's one thing. So then came the second day. Ooh, the second day. Think of one thing you're grateful for. I use that by thinking, but because what happens on that day, I had a very challenging student. Even then, I forced myself to think of one thing that I was grateful for from that particular student, because I was like, it's not as though they are born bad. They're also not bad. They're just playful. It's in their nature to be playful. So for that, I forced myself to think about the good things, which thankfully, as I was saying, because I'm from Williams line of sponsorship. So what happens is, I also had like mentors like Hong Ming. Hong Ming used to teach us that we need to be balanced. We need to be balanced. We need to find out both things. Like you can find a lot of bad things about them, but there's definitely a good thing about them. And thankfully, because of that, I was able to balance myself. I was able to be grateful. I was able to find one thing I was grateful for from the student, right? So then came the next day, day 3, finding gratitude in every day, which is like, sometimes you think that life goes on very monotonously. And for me, I work from Mondays to Saturdays. So it really was monotonous, because what happens is I go there, I teach students, I come home. I go there, I teach students, I come home. Then it becomes monotonous, such that you overlook that you should be grateful for each day. And when I saw that, when I realized that, right, I made sure that every day, before I leave my workplace, I'll say, wow, I'm thankful for today. I'll say before I leave the place, I'll say, wow, I'm very thankful for today. So after that, day 4, feeling thankful of who I am. And that made it simple for me, because for me, I was like, yeah, where I'm at, because of what I'm able to do, of who I am. I'm really thankful that of the experiences I've gone through. Then day 5, feeling thankful of what I have. I made sure that I tell my parents, I'm very thankful for both of you. I'm very thankful, because it's not every day that families come together and they are whole, because I recognize that there definitely will be fragmented families out there, and I'm thankful for the fact that my family isn't that. Then at the same time, next day, day 6, feeling thankful about what I didn't have. This was very confusing at the start because I was like, how to be thankful for what I don't have? Then I realized actually there is, which is I can, like, for example, because like I'm teaching, right, and my colleagues at the side are also teaching other kids at the same time. So what happens is when I see that they have, when I see them, right, sometimes they have very challenging students. For me myself, I'll feel very thankful that, you know, I at least I don't have to handle those students at that particular point of time. And for that way, you know, it might be saying, wow, you're feeling bad, you're feeling thankful for something bad that happened to other people. That's not the case. It's because of how because as a group of because of how we work, right? We work as a team. Me and my colleagues of fellow teachers, we work as a team. So what happens is sometimes I'll be able to teach that student. Sometimes they teach that student instead. So sometimes, you know, like for these minor things, I'm thankful because it gives me a place to like moments of breathing space. So that's what I was thankful for. When day 7, like give thanks to myself with a treat. Well, I found out, right, that by rewarding myself every day, you know, every day I come back, then after that I'll take like I'll take my excess drink. That's a way to give myself a treat, because for me, honestly, it's like, wow, I like survived that. I'll always say, wow, thankful for today. You know, another day is over, then I'll say, well, I did a very good job today. So I'll treat myself with excess. Okay? For those who don't know what excess is, it's our excess energy can drink. Okay, I would strongly recommend that. Okay, next. Then day 8. Complaining about nothing was very challenging. It took me 2 days to do this because for me, I realized that if I don't watch what I speak, sometimes when I'm teaching students, at the end of the day, sometimes I will inevitably just complain about the student. I'll say, wow, today the student is a bit challenging. But when as I sat down to be grateful for all of these things, right, I realized that, you know, I don't really have to complain about them. In fact, I should be thankful for them, because without them, I would have someone to teach. So I should in fact be thankful for them. And when I realized that I can be thankful for them, thankful towards them, I stopped complaining. Right. And then day 9, giving thanks to a stranger, which to me was very simple, because all the parents there, they are all strangers to me. Like the parents of the kids, the parents bring the kids to the workplace to send them to teach, right? And when I talk to them, I'm always just saying, well, you know, I'm very thankful that, you know, you decide to entrust your child to us, you know. Yeah. So this is like giving thanks to them. Then the next day, which was saying thank you instead of sorry. Like, naturally, there are a lot of times, right, where because of the workplace, because of how we're handling kids, stress will fly everywhere. And I realized sometimes, right, we shouldn't be telling people sorry. We should be telling them, I know I'm thankful that I'm thankful, you know, today you work so much. I'm really thankful that, you know, that this happened. Because, you know, and then, okay, one example was this. Like 2 weeks ago, we had because of the, especially on the weekends, we had a lot of students. So naturally, one of the fellow instructors was stressed, so she broke down. So, you know, and then she was like blaming everybody, like, and at that point of time, right, is like I could have gone there to say sorry to her, but I realized that's not what she wants, because, you know, everybody's just saying sorry. But I went there and I said, you know, I'm actually very thankful, you know, that, you know, you still continued on, you know, I'm very thankful for that, because, you know, ultimately, you know, I know it's difficult. And then from there, right, when she herself said, you know, that when me saying thank you to her, right, caused her to forget that she was angry, because, you know, ultimately when you say sorry, you're like, oh, like there's something to pounce on. But when you say thankful, you know, she could feel my gratitude, you know, and she was like, oh yeah, you know, yeah, I'm really thankful also for you telling me that. That was very, very, very nice, in which it solidified my attempt, you know, to be grateful for each and every day. Then next day, giving thanks to someone I love. Oh, I always tell my parents this, you know, I always go back home and I tell them this. I'm thankful for your love, because I realize, right, you don't have to love me. I know a friend who doesn't get along well with his dad. And so I know that, you know, love is not equal in all families. And that's why I made it a habit, right, to especially thank my dad and my mom, you know, every single day, you know, because, I mean, you know, we might tend to forget, right, but it wasn't easy for them to bring us up. And so from there, right, I was because of how grateful I am, I was able to just keep going there and telling them, how thankful I am for them. Then day 12, giving thanks to the planet. This one was I thought would be difficult, or it would at least be more challenging. But surprisingly, on that day, on the exact same day, I'm not kidding, on the exact same day, when I said, I was like, how am I supposed to give thanks to the planet? Then I went out there. Then it started raining like cats and dogs. Then I was like, wow, it's raining very heavily. Then as I was driving, right, I was like, well, even then I should be thankful for it. Then 5 minutes later, the weather cleared up. Then I was like, wow, I'm really thankful for the weather today. I was like, wow, it really does. It's really very interesting. Okay. Then day 13, sending gratitude out in the world, right? I made it a habit, right, to thank my students. I always ensure that they understand, right, why I'm thankful for them. They always ask me, some of my students, like the younger kids, like, they always ask me this question, is like, why do you thank me? What did I do today? Why the thanks? They always say this one, because at the point of time they are like, what, 5, 6 years old. They are very curious about the world. I'm saying that, it's because I'm thankful that I'm getting to teach you today, right? It's something very, very interesting, very nice. So that's why sending gratitude out in the world. And lastly, right, day 14 is the one that I didn't understand, because it was like finding an app that will help me along the way. Rather than, for me, I changed day 14. I said, instead of finding an app that will help me along the way, right, I said something like finding a book that will help me along the way. Because for me, I relate more to books. But that's what I personally did. And to me, right, the books are basically like the books that are recommended in the system. For those who are not sure what books are recommended, do check with your mentor, or do ask them, what books there are, because there are definitely a lot of books. Okay, so with that, right, I'm almost nearing the end of my sharing, which is, and I want to just share this quote that I found, which was very nice, which by David Rust. He says something along the lines like, it is not joy that makes us grateful, it is gratitude that makes us joyful. And I cannot emphasize, right, how true that is, because when I 2 months ago, when I wasn't practicing gratitude, right, because I took it for granted, I found myself more stressed, because I was like, wow, this happened. But when I learned to embrace gratitude in my life, right, when I was thankful for each and every small thing, no matter how small, no matter how insignificant it might be, but as long as I was thankful for it, right, I felt that I wasn't negatively impacted. I wasn't like being stressed. Because even when my students stress me out, right, I will think, I'm still thankful for that. I'm thankful. And when I keep saying that, I realize, right, when I reach a certain extent where I'm really grateful, it makes me really happy, because it makes it such that my passion kicks in. I can teach them without feeling the stress, without feeling, without second guessing myself. And I hope, right, that this did impact all of you. And with that, I end my sharing here. Back to the host.
Thank you, Darryl. Let's give Darryl 999 flowers for that awesome sharing. So I relate that to Darryl so much. Gratitude. So when Darryl was sharing just now, I reflect back how many times that I make gratitude to all simple things in life in a day. So really regretfully or shamefully to say that, yeah, we do, actually for myself, we did a lot of complaining. I did a lot of complaining rather than doing the grateful. So I do agree with Darryl. When you do make gratitudes a lot, that positive vibes, no matter what challenge that I met, or whatever hurdles that we come into, when we make a gratitude, it actually somehow or rather, it will actually give back the positive impact to ourselves. Somehow or rather, it will release back the stress. And somehow or other, we will find a simple way or easy way to solve that issue easily, while we actually dwell into the negativity. So thank you a lot. Thanks a lot for Darryl. That's awesome sharing. The 14 days of the gratitude challenge, to be grateful challenge. I think we want to apply that 14 days, and how actually we grateful for every little single thing. And I think one of the most powerful one, I think that relate to myself, how to say grateful things to ourselves back, from ourselves first. Okay, that's actually impacted me a lot. Thank you for that again, Darryl, for that awesome sharing. Right. So before we come to an end, we have also I'm inviting our founders, Diamond and Vinod, to come to give a closing. I also want to give some notes for next week. So while the Malaysians are celebrating the Independence Day tomorrow, 31st of August, we also welcoming the New Year of Amway in Amway calendar 1st of September. 2 more days to come, while ending it with Independence Day for Malaysian tomorrow. So next week, we'll have another awesome speaker, Miss Casey, to share with us how to rebuild back the business with a new goals, with a new year to come. Okay, next week, stay tuned. Do join us to listen to how to set a new goals to rebuild the business. So for right now, I would like to welcome our founders, Diamond and Bintan, to do a closing speech for us. Diamond, the session over to you.
Thank you, Chin Chin. I know that Chin Chin is very busy as a manager, so many things to handle. You still make an effort to serve the team. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And today, I really want to say thanks to this Vinod about the sharing about our product. That is a beautiful product. Thank you. So detailed. I think very useful for all the team member here. So and Daddy is good sharing. As what Jin Jin said, that some of the things we have to apply ourselves first. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. So today actually is one more day at every fiscal year is end 31st. So every fiscal year is from August to August. So tomorrow is the last day. I know that some of them are busy with their last order tomorrow. I think the website will be jammed up, is it? So that is usual. But today I'm going to share with our partner here, our friend here, about the new year, next year, 2022, the Amway year. So what we're going to do, that is very important. Where is our direction? Where is our goal? It's very important. Well, I would like to start with our life actually is a journey. It's the only way ticket, one-way ticket. It's one-way ticket. Our life is a journey. Yeah, this journey is one-way ticket, no return. There's no return tickets. But between this journey, there are challenges and difficulty. But again, when we say about challenge and difficulty, it all depends. Different people got different kind of challenges and difficulty, especially in Amway. If you are only attending to the this meeting, Amway activity, I can tell you your challenger will be lesser because the knowledge is important. The knowledge can overcome all the challenges, and the difficulty will be lesser because with your knowledge, you are able to overcome this difficulty. So to make your journey smooth and can move faster, so I urge you, I encourage you to attend more meetings. This is important. Not only to attend more meetings, and also encourage you to participate in the meeting. That means take up some challenge to share about the product or to share about the topic. It's okay. That is how we grow ourselves. So that's how we have to overcome this is important. So, but before that journey, I want to ask you and ask ourselves, where is our destination is important. Our destination is very important. In Amway, we always say that we have to set our goal, our dream at minimum at diamond. That is our goal. That is a destination. That is important. If you don't set that, there's no way for you to go that direction. You will lost in the way. You know where to turn, where to go. So it's important that we have to make very clear. And I want to share with you to make this journey easier and faster. There are two things we have to change. We have to accept. First thing, we have to accept what have happened. The second thing, we have to adjust. What already happened, we have to overcome it. We have to adjust it. So I have said before, whether you disagree that the thing already happened, but the world is still turning. what have happened, whether you disagree or not, but the world still turn. Like Amway, whether you say Amway is difficult to do or Amway product is very expensive or not, it's all your thinking. But Amway is growing. That's why I say the world is keep on turning. Whatever happening, but the world is turning. So Amway, you say what happened? Whatever Amway you say difficult or expensive, but Amway business is growing, and more diamond is coming out, and a lot of platinum is coming up. So for me, there's no such thing as no acceptance of what have happened. That's me. I don't know about you. So you have to accept it. Things happen. Like example, the COVID-19 already happened. So you have to have it. So now is something new. Everything changed. So you have to accept it. So now the meeting are more toward to the Zoom meeting. Of course, they now open up. There is a meeting outside, but you have to accept that a lot of people prefer Zoom meeting because they already so used to it. They don't have to last their time to go to the caught in the jam, then go to the center. So you have to accept it. So Zoom meeting is important. Of course, outside meeting also important, but whether you can attend or not, some people cannot. So Zoom meeting become this very important meeting. So we have to accept that change. So we have to very aggressive to invite people to the Zoom meeting to see this business. That is already happened. So I urge you, this is a thing that we have to face it. So I want to share, in Chinese, they always say, some road will be hard and tiring, but if you don't go, you will regret. There's always, Chinese always say that. Yeah, in front, you can see the challenger, you can see a lot of obstacles, but if you don't go, in future, you will regret. This is happening to many people. Some of my business friends, they just say, Evan, you are lucky, you are in Amway. Last time, if I follow you today, I will be somebody. You see? So now they are regret. So that is happening. So I urge you, you hold tight about this business and go together with the team. You will be somebody. You will be diamond soon. So this is the thing that you have to do. You have to accept it. Things happen, you have to accept it. Then the second thing, not the same, the thing already changed. Everything is happened, so you have to accept it. The second thing, you have to adjust yourself. That is important. You have to adjust your mentality in time. If you have to quickly have to change, to adjust your mentality. That is very important. If you really adjust your mentality, I can tell you, you can have good luck. Why I say that you have good luck? If really you change your mentality, you are more aggressive people, you are positive people. They always have people looking for people to help them, to offer them the business opportunity. There are people that willing to work together outside. They are looking for people that is positive and aggressive people. There are some people in need in product. They are looking for people that is good manner and good attitude to serve them. So you have to change. Once you change, you have good luck. A lot of people say, I got no luck because you stand still, never change. You mean the same as what you do before. So you have to change. You have to change anytime. So when you change, the luck is coming. You have to believe that. First thing I want to tell you, make it happen. Do what you haven't done. This is very important. The first thing. What happened today? What is your result today? What you have today? You find that it's not happy. So you have to do what you haven't done. Then you are grow. In this business, you have to grow. Then the second thing you have to do, what you didn't want to do before. That is the reason you don't want to do before, the thing you need to do, but you don't want to do. That's why you end up what you have today. So If you ready to do that, and those things you don't want to do, but today you do it, you start changing. When you start changing, your life, your future is changing. So it's equally. Then the third thing, you have to do what you dare not do. In those days, you dare not do. Example, when you meet people, you dare not open your mouth and say, I'm in Amway. Or either you dare not share with people about product. So you have to really do it. Start doing that. You will break through. When you break through, your business will be grow. This is important. So I urge you, these three things are important for the new coming year. So to make sure that your goal is very clear, you are heading to the diamond. So you have to do these two things, quickly change. Then another fourth thing I want you to bear in mind. Don't get confused in your heart. A lot of people, they always confuse. They want this, they want that. That's why confuse themselves. So you don't get confused in your heart. And also don't get stuck in your emotion. A lot of people are stuck in the emotion, cannot move. So that's why they cannot grow. There's no business for them. So again, the third thing, don't afraid about your future. As long as you in this business, you are not alone. You have your mentor, you have your upline, you have your mentor, you have a team here to serve you, to help you. So you don't worry about your future. This is a place that we help each other to success. This is important, not outside. So here you don't have to afraid of your future. Then the last thing is more and more important to me. I say that is more very important. That's don't think about the past. The past have passed. I have come with some very negative people in life. They always think about the past. They say, "Well, one time I'm so many past." They always stuck there. Always think about the past. So they cannot cross over. Talk about future. Talk about now. They always talk about past. So they stand here, talk about past, never talk about today, never talk about future. That's why they end up, there's no way for them to success. So to do things, make it easier, make it simply, that you will surely that are successful in life. That is my experience. Do today's thing. Do today's thing. Do your best. Do your best. Today's thing. No matter what outcome or what result you have today, but you try your best. You do it best. No matter what kind of result you have, you should go to bed happily and sleep peacefully. If you can do that, I can tell you, you are one step nearer to your goal. Why I say so? Because if you still have, no matter what kind of result you have, but you should happily can sleep well and peacefully, the second day you are very fresh. You are still very fresh. You are positive. You're willing to go out. Then you are willing to take up the challenger. You can overcome all kind of obstacle. I'm sure there is a journey. There is a way how you can achieve your goal. Can go to diamond. I'm sure that is my experience. So a lot of people say, in Chinese, I hope you can understand. They always say, "Hey, every time 天掉下来，你不当一回事." You see? That means whatever, what kind of challenge I have. Last time I'm in the conventional business, I'm do exporting business, I do important meeting, a lot of challenges. But when I come to Amway, they know, hey, every time, 他讲，hey, 天掉下来，你还是一样的开心。Whatever happening, you are still happily, very happy. That is the way how you can overcome all these challenges and all these obstacles. So you always very fresh and you always positive, you always aggressive. So that is the way how you attract people, you influence people, because you are not doing every bring your outside challenge, bring your outside all these messing to come into the MBA business, because in MBA business you have to do that. You really have to very happy and peacefully to show people, to influence people. That is the way to success in life. So I urge you, I believe coming year, our team member here, our friend here, our partner here, we achieve together. Definitely we go diamond together. So I want to see you in Diamond Club. Thank you. I pass back to Ching Ching.
Thank you. Thank you, Diamond, for that awesome and heartfelt sharing and comment and advices to us. So grateful on that. Let's us give 888 to Diamond Edwin for that awesome advices to us to leap into the next coming new year for Amway Gold. So I wish everyone, the Malaysian here, for happy Merdeka Day for tomorrow. So let us stick together again for next week for awesome sharing from Miss Casey. So with that, we end the sharing over here, the meeting of tonight. Thank you and good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you, and good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.